Beauty vlogger. What's up guys? It is your favorite booktube ho here, back with another video. You know, it's really self-centered of me to kind of like call myself your favorite when I've only just come out with 3 videos and this is just my 4th video. But you know what? I'm claiming it. What the fuck was that? Okay, anyway guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. Again, I am Klauds and welcome to my channel again. What the fuck is happening? I kinda had to take a break last week. I'm a freelancer and like I've been doing this, I guess you could say, a project for a few months, and like last month was the home stretch for it. Like the last 2 weeks of June was just like a home stretch, and your girl needed a break from that. How I managed to start my YouTube channel, come out with 3 weekly videos, and go through all that chaos, well, I don't know how I did it either. If you can't tell by the title, my video today is going to be a monthly TBR. This is obviously my first TBR video, so go easy on the judgment, guys. So my first book on my TBR list is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, and as you can see by the bookmark, I am currently reading it. I actually started this last June, and as I said, the last 2 weeks of June was just the home stretch for that project I was doing. And what made me think I could pull off a really ambitious TBR that month, I have no idea. So I'm still in the middle of this. I am right smack down the middle of this book, and so far I just want to say that I'm really enjoying it. On the Come Up by Angie Thomas is, I'm gonna be as vague as possible because since I've already read it, no spoiler. On the Come Up is about this teenage girl named Bree, and she is black and she wants to be a rapper. It's a very Black Lives Matter themed book. I really don't want to say much more than what I've already said in case I accidentally do say a spoiler, but that's the basic gist. And yes, I did start reading this because of the Black Lives Matter movement and everything that was going on, and I didn't just read it because of that. I mean, I choose a book based on my mood, so current events played like a big part in that. So last month I read Noli Me Tangere, El Filibusterismo, which are 2 Filipino classics, both by Jose Rizal. Why I read Noli Me Tangere in the first place is because of all the crazy shit that was going on to the Philippines last month. And until now. And like, it was also Independence Day, so I thought, you know, why not? If you haven't seen my Noli Me Tangere review video, it's gonna be somewhere up here. I do not know YouTube well enough yet to know which side it's gonna pop out on, but yeah. What is up with me today? Yeah, On the Come Up by Angie Thomas is gonna be my first book of July, especially since I started it in June and I'm just continuing it. But also, like, I just want to share that, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but there used to be a sticker here. I don't know if I took that off or if it was removed in the store when I bought it, but I'm pretty sure this must have been a signed by the author sticker, because bitch, look at that. Look at that. Ignore my crusty ass nails, but look at that. Signed by the freaking author. I bought this book when this initially came out 2 years ago, but I never really got around to reading it until now. But I did read Angie Thomas's first book, which is The Hate You Give. This is also on my TBR because, as I said, I read based on my mood and because of current events. So this month, I'm reading The Hate You Give. Is very similarly to On the Come Up. It's also a Black Lives Matter movement book. It's about this girl named Star, and she sort of... Okay, here's the thing. This is actually gonna be a reread this month because I read this 2 years ago, but why I've chosen to read it again is because I want to watch the movie, and since I barely remember what happened in the book, I wanna like be able to properly compare it, and you know what, maybe I'll even make a video about it. I don't know. Comment down below if you want to see that, and I don't know, I can make it happen. Anyway, Hate You Give is about this girl named Star who witnesses her best friend being shot by a cop, and it sparks a whole narrative into how Star is slowly becoming this poster child for Black Lives Matter, and that's sort of how I remember it. So I'm gonna leave it at that because no spoilers. The next book on my TBR list is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. And, oh sorry, the light is reflecting. Whew, there we go. Beauty vlogger. What is up with me today? Oh my god. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. And this book, as far as I know, is a mystery murder novel. And I really don't know much more than that, honestly. And like a lot of my... okay, fine, not a lot of my friends. Like one friend raved about this. And I'm like, shit. I love her reading taste, so like I want to read it. And I see this a lot in Bookstagram, Booktube. So yeah, the curiosity is there, and I really want to like read it too. Okay, so the next book on my TBR is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Before anyone asks, it is definitely a coincidence that the two of the books I picked for this month's TBR are both Reese's Book Club reads, and I think that's like Reese Witherspoon's book club, I think. Anyway, so Daisy Jones and the Six is a fictional biography, if I understood correctly, based from what people online say. But basically, this interviewer is interviewing Daisy Jones about her life back in the 60s, and it tells the story in that format, which is something I personally, I don't think I've never seen before. At least, like, I don't think I've read a book like this. Yeah, I don't think I've read a book like this before. And yeah, I've heard mixed reviews about this, both negative, both positive. But like, I really don't care because the format itself just interests me. And yeah, so I'm really excited for this. Okay, so here's the thing. Not that it matters, but I am a theater arts major. And again, not that it matters, I very much love musical theater. And it being July 9 today, and Hamilton already being on Disney Plus. Your girl has added The Hamilton Affair by Elizabeth Cobbs to her TBR, as well as Alex and Eliza by Melissa de la Cruz. So, like, these two books are both about Alexander Hamilton's and Eliza Schuyler's romance. And they're both novels. They're both historical fiction. I think the main difference between these two are the fact that this is a YA novel. I think. I don't know, it's marketed as a YA novel, but I guess we'll see when we read it, because if I'm not mistaken, Alex and Nala... Whoa, close! Because if I'm not mistaken, Alexander and Eliza were not teenagers, or at least Alexander wasn't when it happened. I don't know. My main knowledge of Alexander Hamilton's life is based on the musical, and yes, I am very much aware that the musical is not 100% accurate, so I'm really not sure if Melissa de la Cruz changed their ages or whatever. So I bought this way back when it first came out, and I have not read it. Despite having been bought years ago, both of these books have both still been plastic wrapped until 5 minutes before I started filming. So yeah, I bought these 2 years ago, and I'm just gonna be reading it now. Obviously, it's not gonna be historically accurate. They're both historical fiction. You might ask me, why don't you just read Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow? Since that was the one that inspired Lin-Manuel Miranda to write Hamilton in the first place. Guys, that thing is this tall. Tiny, tiny, tiny little letters. And is about 700 to 800 pages. That is a 1 month TBR all by itself.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And also for my 7th book that I really do have to read is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I'm part of this book club called Bibliophile Guild PH, and The Guest List by Lucy Foley is our book of the month, so that is automatically in my TBR. So The Guest List is about, from what I can tell from the summary, I guess it's a wedding gone wrong. So there's a wedding that's supposed to happen on this island, and basically a murder happens, and that's what we're gonna figure out. So I honestly do not know much about this book. I wasn't super excited at first, but the other members have been sort of raving about it in the group chat. So that's kind of a motivation for me right now to read it. And yeah, that's my TBR for July. I'm kind of in a bit of a reading slump, not gonna lie. And this is already ambitious to me with how my reading slump has been this past week. Yeah, that's also kind of why I had to take a break. I was in a really bad reading slump. The only thing that I could really read were fan fiction, and oh my god, I just finished this fanfic of Tony Stark adopting Peter Parker. I don't know how many of those I've read in the past 2 months, but it was so good. It was one of the best ones I've read, and I just finished it a couple of hours ago, and your girl is back and ready to read actual books. But your girl also loves fan fiction, do not get me wrong. If you've been reading book after book after book after book after book after book, I think it's good to sort of go through a reading slump every once in a while. Maybe it's just for me, but it might be my mind telling me that, girl, you need to take a break. Because I've gone through longer reading slumps, of course. It could be because I'm busy or I'm just tired, but this, I could tell, is just my body telling me, girl, take a break. And I'm glad I did. I feel refreshed. I feel creative. I feel motivated for the most part. But yeah. So I hope to see you guys in my next video. So if you like me, if you like my video, if you like my ramblings, and you maybe didn't get that annoyed by me, then like the video, subscribe, click the bell icon, maybe watch some of my other videos, and yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!